in the world. You don't have to worry about anything other than football, having a good time, and being around guys you love.
It's been a couple of weeks since the Peach Bowl, and obviously, leading up to this event, what are just kind of your emotions that your college career is over and just they're leaving AC behind and heading it off?
Yeah, people say you leave it behind, but they'll forever be with me. I'll be back at that school, communicating and hanging out with those guys all the time, as much as I can at least. That's forever home. I'll call Arizona home forever. And I enjoyed being there, and it's something I'll never take back in my life.
What kind of
Yeah, I always believed I can be here, and then I get to a point probably about my sophomore year, midway through my sophomore year of college, and it started coming to life, and I realized what I had and the potential I could possibly make and be where I'm at.
Can you talk about last year, how we had a discussion with you in the offseason before about getting draft ready and getting NFL ready to play on Sundays? What were some of those conversations about, and how did you implement that kind of before the season is out?
Yeah, my physique needed to change. I was a little high in body fat, needed to drop that a little bit, gain some more muscle. I need to work on my speed, so the technique and running was something I didn't really know about until I started really learning and understanding what was going on, and then just being a better leader, becoming a better person, being immature the years pass, and then maturing over the senior year of my college career helped me a lot. So those are the main three things we talked about, and those were focuses for the whole senior season.
What kind of energy does Coach Kenny bring to a program, and what kind of advantage does that give ASU on the recruiting path to have such a young head coach?
Yeah, it's unmatched energy. You get to hear him talk in the media, and exactly how he talks to you guys is how he talks to us in the locker room, and you could just feel the passion he has for the game. He's truthful in everything he says, no matter what. It could come across harsh, it could come across in a good way, but he doesn't lie to you. He tells you what's straight and how he feels, and you either like it or not. And most people tend to like it because you want to hear the truth. You want to know where you're at, where you stand, and what point in your career you are at.
Have you had some Buccaneers this week?
I had an informal with the Buccaneers, yes. Yeah, after our 3-9 season, we kind of looked at things and said, what are we going to do? And we knew we were going to turn it around. It was just how to do it. We worked harder. We pushed to get where we were and to be in the playoffs. We worked for that. And the change of work ethic through the whole team happened about midway through the summer. And once those guys started working harder, you can kind of feel the vibe change, and the trajectory we were on changed completely from the year before and the years past. You could just feel that vibe around, and it was amazing to be a part of. And like I said, Arizona will be home forever. I love that school. I love Coach Dillingham. I love the coaching staff that was there with me, past and present, future. Everybody that's going to be there is good for the program, and I'm excited to see what they have in the future.
What run ball speed is it where you want it to be for the workouts this week?
So I won't be working out. I'll be doing the broad jump and the vertical. Some things going on, so I'll be working out pro day on March 27th at Arizona State for anybody that wants to come.
Cam, you got to meet for Cam.
No, it was something I did when in high school. When I ran someone over, I would do the Ric Flair woo. And one of my great good friends, he used to tell me to do that, and we kind of got that started. So it was something that me and him connected over, and over the years it caught on and stuck with me.
Who were some?
No, I used to watch WWE with my grandfather before he passed away, but that's not something I watch very much anymore.
Cam, you got at me for only comping you to white running backs. You've been pleased to know you're now being comped to black running backs. I've been talking since you're back at Sacramento State. Tell me about what it was like to make that transition, and how did you make the choice across those?
Yeah, leaving Sacramento State was a big thing for me because I was home, I was comfortable, I enjoyed where I was at. But Coach Taylor took the opportunity at Stanford, and I knew that was my chance to take an opportunity somewhere else at a higher level. And going to Arizona State was the best decision I've made in my life. It set me up for success, and it put me where I am at now.
Cam, what Jackson about what he's going through?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, me and Jackson talk all the time. I wish he would have came with me to Arizona State, but I'm glad he stayed. He loved his coach. He had a great time there, and he's a great player, and I'm excited to see what he has in his future. I mean, he's a big physical guy. I think people value him as undersized, and he's not. But, you know, he loves football, and you can see it. You can see the way he plays and how he approaches the game outside of it. He's a great human being, and that helps a lot dramatically, being able to make connections. And he was somebody that a lot of people are able to make connections with.
You're the most powerful runner in this class. Nobody can take you down. Nobody can get a clean hit on you. Can we talk about just your play style, your running style, and how that's going to translate to professional offense?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm physical. People don't think I'm as fast as I am, which I am fast. But punish the defender because they don't want to do it for 4 quarters. Not everyone thinks they have to play for 4 quarters because now in today's game it's either a blowout or it's a tight game. There's no in between of fighting back and forth. Within 15 points, it's a game of numbers, and you either score a lot or you don't. And you know, my objective at the end of the day is get to the end zone. So being able to do that the way I do it, it works. So I'm going to continue to do it until it doesn't work, and then figure out how to make something work. So.
What run blocking concept showcases that skill set the best and why?
Can you say it again?
Like what run blocking concept or a particular play type showcases that skill set the best and why?
Yeah, I mean, obviously downhill power in the I formation, but you have to look at everything I've done. I've ran every power scheme. Every gap scheme. I've run every counter. There's not a run I haven't ran yet, and I do them all pretty well. So I'm excited to go into a new room with the new playbook and learn it. And no matter what they have for me, I'm going to be able to execute at the highest level. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, year one, you want to focus on making the roster and getting your starting job, and understand that you're there for a reason. And then, you know, as years go on, obviously there's things I can do, and I'm hoping that a coach sees that and sees the versatility that he has in his backfield. And maybe something happens. I could play for 10 years and throw the ball 5 times, or I can play for 10 years and throw it 0 times. So I'm excited to see what the future holds, and you know who takes me, and what they use of me.
Your violent running style, like it seems like you take every carry, every time you touch the ball, really personally. What is it that drives you? Like, why do you play with someone like that?
Well, I mean, if you got the ball in your hands, the objective is to get in the end zone. If you love football, you're going to do whatever you can to do that. So every time I touch the football, it's because I'm trying to get in the end zone. And that's why I believe you give the best guys on the team the ball 30 times a game, is because you have a better shot of scoring if the guys that like to score got the ball. So touching the ball for me is something that I've done my whole life, and I score a lot of touchdowns doing it. So I am surprised. You know, Shamar Simmons, I feel like, deserves to be here. Lee Fautano deserves to be here 100%. There's other guys that deserve to be here. You know, there's great talent here. Don't get me wrong. Everyone that is here deserves to be here. And it sucks that there's only so many spots. But, you know, there's guys out there that on every single team that deserve to be in this spot. And, you know, those 2 guys on my team were great players, great athletes, love football. And I'm excited to see what they have to do at Pro Day, because they're going to shock a lot of people. I have met with the Broncos. It went well, yeah. I'm not going to get into too much, but all my meetings went well with the teams that I met with. Say it again, please. Route running and catching the ball, and then proving that I can pass block, because that's something that's been kind of questionable in my career. But as time goes on, I'm learning and I'm getting better, and I'm practicing that and I'm repping it. So I'm excited to see or show coaches that what they think I might not be able to do or have a weakness at, that it's getting better, and that it's going to be a strength instead of a weakness.
Cam, who's the best player you faced in your days at Sac State?
At Sacramento State, There's a lot, you know. I played against a lot of good athletes, a lot of good quarterbacks, a lot of good receivers. I don't know if I could say a specific player.
Who's the guy that you had to like face in the hole?
Do you have somebody in mind? Who do you have in mind?
So I'm thinking about your second year at Sac State. You met somebody, linebacker in the hole, who I think may have up transferred. I'm trying to remember if he stayed. But when you faced him, he was at. Did you play Montana? What year did you play Montana?
I played Montana my freshman and sophomore year.
So if you were a freshman, I think it was sophomore.
Probably my sophomore year, yep.
And you met a linebacker, 227-pound kid. I can't remember his name. He wore 50. You know what guy I'm talking about?
Possibly, but as you can tell, I mean, I moved on to the FBS, and you know, there's guys at that level that are a lot better, and you know, I had
Okay, so who impressed you most as a tackler you've ever anyway?
I'd say there's a lot of great players. I played against some of the guys that are here, so I'm excited to, you know, see what's in the future and play against these guys that are now in the NFL.
Not only playing well for
Good to go. Awesome.
Can we get a Ric Flair?